Hey, you guys. So these are such unprecedented, crazy times. Everything has changed for all of us. Everyone's day-to-day work pretty much has shifted. It is no longer the same. Some of you guys are working from home. Some of you have lost your jobs, or you've just been having your job set on pause for the time being. Some of you have taken 20% and more pay cuts, and you don't know when or if it's going to be going back to normal. Some of you still have your jobs for now, but you don't know how long that's going to last or what is going to happen to your job in the future. So there are all of these different scenarios, and I think there are a lot of people out there who are just in that waiting and seeing mode, where they're just going, you know what, I'm just gonna wait out this whole wave. And some people are saying, I'm gonna go to sleep and wait until 2020 is over and we're 2021. But those people are gonna be killed, or their careers are gonna be killed. I shouldn't say people are gonna be killed. This is not the right time to be saying something like that. You guys know what I'm saying. Your career is going to be killed because the job market of tomorrow is completely different from the job market of today. The changes that are happening right now are going to be here to stay. Things are not just going to go back to normal. A lot of changes that were already happening in the job market are now really taking hold. Like, it's all being accelerated due to the pandemic that we're currently facing in the world. So a lot of changes, the remote work, for example. How long has it been that employers have been just slow to catch up to remote work, realizing that the technology is there for people to be able to work from home when needed? And a lot of employers have been so reluctant to allow people to work from home. Obviously, that is going to change. It's going to be a lot more normalized to be able to do that. A lot of industries are suffering right now. I don't need to tell you which ones. You guys know, obviously, the hospitality industry, hotels, restaurants, the travel industry, anything that has to do with people going anywhere. And then meanwhile, the industries that allow people to do things from their homes. So a lot of anything that is online learning, online telecommunications platforms, all of that is obviously doing well. I think all of that goes without saying. Like, you don't need someone to sit here and tell you which industries are doing well, which ones are doing not so well. But the important thing right now is not to focus on, oh no, maybe I should switch industries and get out of hospitality because that's going down. Because some of these things are obviously going to come back. People are not going to never stay in a hotel again in the future. But the really important thing you need to do right now is think about your transferable skills. So think about those core skills that are going to be skills that you can leverage for the job market of the future. A lot of people haven't realized that technology has sped up, and not all of us are working directly with a new technology. And so some of us have lost sight of what is possible. Like, we are living in a world where people are literally working on immortality. Like, that is not a crazy concept anymore. And while some people are getting close to discovering the secrets of immortality, some of us are still struggling to create calendar events on Outlook and, just do things that should be so automated by now. And so in this new job market of the future, which is no longer the future, but it's basically happening right now, there are going to be two types of people. There are going to be the ones who are going to get outdated, because just like in the Industrial Revolution, where machines took over a lot of things that used to happen by hand, and you had those people who complained, oh no, my job of sewing this clothing, it's gone now. Or the job I used to have of putting caps on toothpaste bottles, that was literally a job that my grandfather apparently had, was to put the caps on toothpaste bottles. That job is gone, and there's no point in mourning the loss of that job. My grandfather, whoever came after him, has to move on and get new skills and decide what is going to be their skill set of the future, because robots are really replacing a lot of what we can do now. So that means it's more important than ever to know your mission as a human on this planet. Like, what is that impact that you're actually making, and how are you a strategic thinker? What are you bringing to the table in terms of your spirit and your heart and your brain and that strategic thinking that a robot cannot do? And so what you want to do right now to make sure that you are ready, because when this virus is over, we're not going to find the job market in the same state as what it was before. And it's not just going to be that, oh, now we can all work from home a little bit more often. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to lose their jobs because the automation and a lot of these technologies that already existed are going to expand and take over a lot of jobs which really have been outdated for a while already. So the best thing you can do right now is get very, very clear on what is your mission. Like I'm always talking about, what is your mission? What is the impact you're making? Because don't forget, there are a lot of changes happening, but you and we are also responsible for creating the change that we want to be making, not just allowing change to happen to us. So that's why it's so important to know what is the change that you are creating, and then to get very, very clear on what is your value in this new job market, and then how to communicate that value to employers. And now is a better time than ever to really focus in on your branding, especially in the digital space, because everyone is online right now, and it's an amazing, amazing time to network and to get your professional brand out there so people know who you are. They're seeing what it is that you do online, right? Using platforms like LinkedIn and others to make sure that people know who you are, know what you do, and are already thinking about you for the future, because they know that you're someone who's going to be innovating. They know that you are someone who has the skills that they need for this new world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a free career branding for introverts workshop for you guys. Even if you're an extrovert, this will be useful for you. But a lot of you have said that you don't like to sell yourselves, you don't like to be someone who is being show-offy and all this kind of thing, but you don't want to lose out to others who are getting better positions. So I'm going to put together this workshop. That way, those of you who are in quarantine, you can do it online. If you're not in quarantine yet, you can still do it. It's going to be open to everyone, because I want all of us to come out of this crisis getting those opportunities, because every crisis it's going to be a crisis for some people. Like some people are going to become victims of the crisis, and for other people, it's going to become the biggest opportunity of their lives. And in order to take advantage of that opportunity, you have got to be clear on your brand, on your value, and you've got to start in advance already preparing that space, because the people who are waiting for the crisis to be over and then figuring out what they're going to do once the dust has settled, they're already going to be way behind compared to the people who are ramping up right now, already starting to make those investments in themselves, investments in their brand, and just who are with it. So I'm going to share with you the link below to sign up for the workshop. It's going to start on the 6th of April. So grab your spots, and I'm really looking forward to having all of us start upgrading our brand, getting ourselves out there, and being part of this new breed of professionals who are going to be emerging once, like I said before, the dust has settled. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Check out the link below and sign up for the class, and let me know how you are all doing. Stay healthy and stay happy, and looking forward to hearing from you guys here virtually.